Thanks again for taking the time out of your day to go through the videos to see a broader picture of Young Life's mission in action. And hopefully, just with these little snapshots and glimpses that you get to see, just a snippet of what it is that we do, what it is we believe, and how we go about doing that. Our tagline is simple: introducing adolescents to Jesus Christ and helping them walk in their faith. And I think through the last 2 years here in Rutherford County, I think through the challenge of school with COVID, the challenge of building community with trusting adults for our adolescents, just how hard that is. And I am fully committed to making this mission something meaningful and something long lasting and something that is going to continue. Because I don't think there's anything more important, not just for our kids, but for us, is to wrestle with the reality of what faith in Jesus Christ has made possible, not only for the future, but in the now. The ability to, as Paul says in Ephesians, to break down the wall of hostility. And then it was Jews and Gentiles. Now, we could take that with anything. We live in such a divided culture. We live in such a fragmented, individualized, isolated community. But I think Young Life has this unique opportunity for adults to gather around a common purpose, which is Jesus Christ, his death, his resurrection, his ascension, the Holy Spirit, all of that, for us to embody what it means to be the church, what it means to be Christians. And that means Baptists, Catholics, Methodists, you name it, stacking hands and saying we want our kids to know Jesus and we want them to experience the power that brings. And that means renewed relationships. That means trusting relationships. That means community and belonging. And I want to make all of that happen. So here's a couple of ways that you can help us. One, we need leaders. Right now we have a team of 5, and they're wonderful and they're great. But it's not enough. Relationally, we can't know as many kids as we want because relationships take work. And we're desperately looking for more people to join into the mission. If you have a heart for teenagers, but you're timid about what that could look like, I can show you the rest. We're in need of committee. We're in need of Christian men and women who are deeply involved in their community and who are willing to be the cog in the machine to help put on events like this, advocating with friends, networking with new people, allowing Young Life to flourish, and for it to be known. I think that's the hardest thing in Rutherford County right now is not nobody. A lot of people don't know what it is, and we want to change that. And so if you know yourself to connect well with people and to network well, and you love Jesus, we need you. And lastly, we need funds. This is a nonprofit. We have to raise everything to keep the lights on. Thankfully, right now, costs are low, and so we're really looking for buy-in, but the money also does have to be there, just full disclosure. And right now we're at a goal of $300 a month in giving. And I say a month, and I'll tell you why that is. Our area has a certain amount of costs that come out each month, and monthly giving allows those to be taken care of instead of having to emergency raise one-time giving several times throughout the year. What monthly giving allows us to do is to kind of meet the costs where they're at and get those out of the way. So we can deal, I can deal, committee can deal with what's truly important is being at the school and being with kids. and our goal is $300 a month. So whether that means 30 people giving $10 a month, whether it means 12 people giving $25 a month, or the generous donor out there who would almost cover all of it with a $200 a month donation, it all goes towards a lot. It pays for our expenses. It allows my leaders to receive training. It allows me to receive training. It helps pay my bills. But really, what it frees us up to is to be with kids, which is what we want to do. If we want to grow and if we want to rise out of the ashes that has been COVID-19, that would be a huge help and a huge burden to be lifted. And I'm not trying to put that on a lot of people. I think a lot of small monthly donations added up in a cumulative fashion is actually probably a better vision of the kingdom, because we're all in this together. And the last thing I want to do is to exhaust resources and to burn people out. So if you have watched through these videos and you want to see a mission like Young Life continue, consider giving a small amount per month. Tell your friends about it. Help us grow. And lastly, if you didn't see on the website already, I left a Google form for you to fill out contact information. I don't want this just to be a transaction. I want to get to know you. I want to begin to build the community up, and to be accountable to people and to know and to work ideas off of. So take the time to fill that out, even if you're not giving anything, even if you don't feel right now that leading or committee is not your thing. I still want to get to know you. I want to share my heart. I want you to witness what Young Life can be. And if that's all it is, we can figure out some way to partner together. So I don't want to go too long with this. I wanted this to be a little more genuine, a little more informal, of just sharing my heart about what this mission is and what we can be. So I just want to thank you for your time. Talk it amongst your family, talk with your spouse. But if you're interested, give. But also, I want to know who you are so I can thank you. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good week.